Okay, so let's talk about dogs. But not just, oh, I like dogs. We're going way deeper. We're talking about that intense, almost sacred connection that some of us feel, a bond that is so much more than just being a pet owner.
I mean, you know this feeling, right? It's not just in your head, it's physical. You see a dog, and something inside you just shifts. This quote just nails it, that visceral, immediate need to connect. It's so hard to put into words, but boy, do we know it when we feel it.
So, yeah. If you're the person who has definitely maybe detoured on your walk just for the chance to say hi to a dog, then you are in the right place. We're going to dig into what's really happening behind that powerful magnetic pull.
And here's the thing. We're not talking about dog people as some huge general group. No, we're zeroing in on a really specific experience. The person who walks into a party and, almost without thinking, their internal radar is just locked on the dog. Where is it? What's it doing? You know who you are.
It's so much more than just an animal lying down. When that dog in a room full of people decides to come and just settle down next to you, wow, that feels like something big. It's like this quiet vote of confidence, this moment of being chosen that just lands in a place way deeper than simple companionship. So why? Where does this intensity even come from? Well, a lot of the time to figure that out, we have to kind of rewind the tape. We have to look back into our own histories and at how we first learned what love and connection even mean. And for a lot of people, this quote, it just hits hard. If you grew up feeling like love was something you had to earn, like affection always came with, terms and conditions, then the kind of love a dog offers, man, that feels like a revolution. And this is really the core of it, isn't it? A dog's acceptance is absolute. There are no performance reviews, no judgment. They just see you in all your messy glory, and that is 100% enough for them. And that feeling, that can be so healing. Okay, so this leads us down two really interesting paths to this deep love. On one hand, you've got a healing love. This is where a dog's unwavering affection helps patch up old wounds from a past where love wasn't so simple. But then there's this other path, a courageous love. This is when you know their time is short, and you choose to dive in anyway, heart wide open. That's a special kind of bravery. But, this whole thing isn't just in our heads. It's not just a feeling. It turns out this bond is also happening in our bodies. There is actual chemistry at play here, a real biological reaction. So get this, a huge study back in 2015, published in the journal Science, pinpointed the key player. It's a hormone called oxytocin. You've probably heard of it. It's often called the love hormone. It's the same chemical that helps a new mother bond with her baby. How wild is that?
And here's how it works. It's pretty incredible. It's a feedback loop. Step 1, you look into your dog's eyes. Step 2, both of your brains, yours and theirs, release a little hit of oxytocin. Step 3, that chemical makes you feel even more connected, which makes you want to gaze at them more, which releases more oxytocin. It's this beautiful, self-perpetuating cycle of connection. Okay, just let that sink in. This isn't just you loving your dog. Your dog is not just sitting there passively soaking up your affection. By simply looking at you, they are actively, chemically making you feel love. It's a real physiological event. And it goes beyond just the brain chemistry. Sharing your life with a dog, well, it actually changes how you see things. You learn to speak a whole new language, one that doesn't use a single word. And the research backs this up. Think about it. You spend years learning to translate the meaning of a head tilt, an ear flick, a certain kind of sigh. You're getting a masterclass in reading nonverbal cues every single day. And some studies suggest this skill doesn't just stay with the dog, it can actually make you more empathetic with people too. Which of course brings up that classic chicken or the egg question, right? Are naturally empathetic people just more likely to get a dog in the first place? Or does having a dog actually teach you to be more empathetic? Researchers are still sorting that out. But either way, that link is definitely there. All right, let's shift gears to something a bit more delicate. Because let's be honest, sometimes a big part of why we love them so much is that our relationship with a dog can feel, well, simpler, easier than our relationships with people. I mean, who here hasn't buried their face in their dog's fur and just thought, you're the only one who really gets me? It's this incredibly pure, honest moment. But it's worth taking a step back and asking, what is that feeling really telling us? Because what the source material suggests is that maybe that thought isn't just about how great the dog is. Maybe it's also a signal.
a signal about our human relationships. It could be a little flag that, for us, getting close to people feels, I don't know, tricky or complicated, maybe even a little unsafe.
And this is where your dog becomes this incredible mirror. That feeling of safety and trust and total acceptance you get from them, it can show you exactly what might be missing in your other relationships. It helps you understand what you need from people to feel that same kind of safety and ease.
And all of this, it leads us to what might be the deepest, most powerful part of this whole bond. It's about being seen. I mean, really seen, in a way that almost never happens anywhere else in our lives.
No, seriously, think about it. Your dog has seen you at your absolute lowest, crying on the kitchen floor, sick, frustrated, eating cereal for dinner. They have seen the completely unedited, no-filter, director's cut of who you are. The version you hide from almost everyone else. And they didn't just tolerate it, they chose to stay. They stayed in the room. And that is why losing them is so unbelievably painful. It is so much more than losing a pet. You're losing the one witness who saw all of you, the real you, without you ever having to put on a show. And the loss of that silent, perfect acceptance, well, it's just devastating. So in the end, this incredible, powerful love we feel for dogs, it all comes back to a core human need, doesn't it? They give us this rare gift, a beautiful, simple look at what it feels like to be known, to be accepted, and to be loved for exactly who we are, no strings attached. And that leaves us with one big question to think about. What does it actually mean to be truly seen?